Okay, we have a question here about fractions. And we have a third plus a sixth plus x equals 1. We can't add fractions unless we have the same denominator on the bottom. So if we're going to add thirds and sixths, we have to convert this third so that it also has the sixth. You try and have the largest number possible. Okay? So we'll have to change this third to sixths by multiplying top and bottom by 2. A third is the same as the fraction 2 sixths. You could divide top and bottom by 2 here and you get 1/3 as the answer. So this is now converted to 2 sixths. 2 sixths plus a sixth plus something, which we don't know what, equals 1. Well, 2 sixths plus 1 sixth, here's 2 sixths. And we'd like to add another sixth to it. We would get 3 sixths, which would be the same as a half. So when we're adding fractions, we add the 2 plus 1 equals 3, and the sixes don't get added at all because we're counting in the number of sixths we have. So 3 sixths plus something is going to give us 1. Well, 3 sixths plus another 3 sixths. 3 sixths plus 3 sixths would give us 6 sixths, which would be 1. So x must equal 3 sixths, or 1/2, because 3 sixths is equivalent to the fraction 1/2. So x equals 3 sixths, or equals 1/2. We should always try and convert the fraction to the simplest possible form. Okay? So not leave it in terms of 3 sixths, we should leave it in terms of 1/2. Why? Because 2 sixths plus 1 sixth gave us 3 sixths. 3 sixths plus x, we don't know what x is, has to equal 1. The only way of getting 1 by adding something to 3 sixths and getting the answer 1 would be to add 3 sixths to 3 sixths. That would give us 6 sixths, which is equivalent to 1. So that's the first one. Let's look at the next one then, which is built up slightly different because now they've said x over 9. Here we have thirds and here we have ninths, so we can't add them until we change the 3 down here to the same number as is here. So if we multiply top and bottom by 3 here, we would get a 9 on the bottom. And that's what we have to do in order to be able to add fractions. We have to have the same number on the bottom. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. So 2/3 is equivalent to exactly the same fraction, 6 ninths. Both of these have the same value. Here's a pizza with 2/3. Okay? And we've taken away this one. If I instead wanted to split this pizza up into ninths, I could do that by splitting each of these into 3 pieces of pizza. I now have how many ninths? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These ones we're not using. But I could have split that third up into ninths as well. So 2/3 is equivalent to, it's the same amount of pizza as 6 ninths. 6 ninths plus 1 ninth plus x over 9 will equal 1. Well, 6 plus 1 is 7. 7 what? What are we counting in? 7 ninths. So when we're adding fractions, we cover our hand with the bottom one, and we say 6 plus 1 equals 7. What are we counting in? We're counting in ninths. So 6 ninths plus 1 ninth is 7 ninths. Plus x over 9 must equal 1, which we know is 9 ninths. 1 is 9 ninths. So how will I get to the number 9 here? Well, 7 plus 2 will give me 9. So x must equal 2. Because 7 ninths plus 2 ninths equals 9 ninths, which is 1. So the x must be 2 in this case. Let's look at what we do then when we've suddenly got 24s. It's not any more complicated. It's exactly the same principle. We now have the fraction 3/8, which we are trying to add to 7/12, and x over 24. We need to change it to the largest denominator that's possible, or the lowest common multiple. It's really quite easy here because 8 multiplied by 3 would give us 24. 12 multiplied by 2 would give us 24. So we have to change these two into 24ths on the bottom. So we would do that by multiplying top and bottom here by 3 and multiplying top and bottom here by 2. If we do that, we get 3 3s are 9, 8 3s are 24. We now have that 3 8ths is equivalent to the fraction 9 24ths. If you work those two out as a decimal, they'd give you exactly the same answer. They're really exactly the same number. Okay? 7 12ths would be turned into the fraction 14 24ths. The decimal number of 7 divided by 12 will give you exactly the same as it would if you divided 14 by 24. Plus x divided by 24, and we want all of these to add up to be 24 24ths, which we know is what? 9 plus 14 is 23. So we already have 23 24ths here, and we want to know how much x would be. Well, 23 24ths plus 1 24th would give us 24 24ths. So therefore x must equal 1. X equals 1. And that's how you'd solve that type of question. So step by step.